Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, we have a banger replay for you guys here today. We are, of course, in the Cuniberti, the Tier 7 Italian destroyer. And if you guys did not know, the Italian destroyers got a buff in this most recent update. However, this video was actually captured before that update, of course, on the live stream here. So imagine this ship only stronger. Out of all the ships, I think the Cuniberti was probably the most balanced or fair. However, if you were going against another destroyer player who had more than 12 IQ points, you were definitely at a disadvantage. Of course, due to the concealment, the low alpha strike of your torpedoes, and the long-ish, I guess, the longer reload of the guns there. I still managed with the Cuniberti, and I found, I had a lot of fun playing this ship, as you guys will see in this video. This game just turns out to be one of those perfect, all of the ships kind of line up for you game. However, we completely blow it at the end, but you guys will just have to wait and see what I'm talking about later on. You will definitely want to utilize the run and gun type strategies. You do have good speed, and of course with your rolling smoke, you can get out of some potentially dicey situations, as we were detected there, and the Bismarck secondaries are going off. You want to use the strategy of trying to trap enemy destroyers. As we talked about, your concealment is pretty poor, but you do have fast reloading torps, and the SAP on these guns absolutely rips destroyers, as well as most lightly armored targets, superstructures, bow plating. You will see me try to specifically target those areas. I feel like the SAP on destroyers does so much more than it does on cruisers, but we do have a video in the Amalfi, which turns out to be a fun little kind of replay that we will eventually put up. And here's sort of an example of what I was talking about. That destroyer had us outspotted by a good margin, and instead of blindly charging in, we just kind of took this defensive position. If the enemy destroyer player knows what they're doing, they're not going to try to engage in a gunfight with this thing. Yes, if you do have, a Friesland or a fast-firing, gunboat type destroyer, you may challenge or even start to get somewhat of an advantage in terms of DPM. However, that SAP, especially coupled with the recent buff to reload, will definitely rip you up. So you want to be very cautious when going against these ships. Now I want you guys to pay attention to what happens next. We got the kill on the Bismarck there, and we are now pressing our twist and track. You can see we are at the end of our rolling smoke. We popped our engine boost. We are trying to catch this destroyer off guard, and that is exactly what happens. An Asashio B pops out 4 kilometers. Now, I don't know if he has smoke or reload booster or whatever, but he doesn't use his smoke in this engagement, and that would have been his only chance at survival, that and to not shoot. However, he does open up, and that is actually when I notice a few shells from our left, and that is when the Moss pops up. But a huge shout out to our teammates, an A+ on that one. They obliterate half of the health of the Moss, and yeah, now this guy has absolutely no chance. We take nearly a quarter of his health in one salvo with the SAP. Just like I talked about, guys, you do not want to mess with these destroyers if you don't have a massive advantage. Now, we were getting shot at, but because we kind of used overview camera and we were, we had situational awareness, we turned out of that. This Asashio did shoot, and like I said, his only chance was to smoke up and maybe get a lucky torpedo it. However, he decides to go guns hot, giving away his concealments, and of course with some supportive fire from our team in a finishing SAP salvo. He is no longer with us, and that is when you kind of look at the scoreboard and you say, wow, this is a regular game of Legends. There's only 4 ships left, and only 4 minutes have gone off of the clock. However, this game does get a lot more interesting. I know you guys are looking at the scoreboard and the time, you're like, Aaron, you have 3 kills and less than 30,000 damage, and you posted a high caliber medal on the thumbnail. Well, like I said, just stay tuned because it gets a lot more interesting.
2 of them are DDs. I didn't really hit the Bismarck for that much, but...
And it was just one of those games that sort of, just kind of highlights and emphasizes when you can get these ships in the right position. I will never say that the Italian destroyers are OP or, best of the line, but they are fun. And as I just said, when put in the right position behind the hands of a decently skilled captain, we'll say, these ships can be a huge impact on the game. So I will catch you guys at the end of this video, but in the comments for this video, I want you guys to let me know what is your line or your ship that, people kind of think is bad or maybe not the best, that you just, no matter what, you can go out and have fun in. And for me, it's probably the Italian destroyers. We played a little bit of the Adriatico, and I just have fun with them. You know, the SAP in combination with all of the versatility with your, you know, your short engine boosts and your smoke screens here, as you can see, we kind of utilize it to get in close. We have our guns going off on this King George, and we have our torpedoes almost back on reload, ready for the Florida there. But a bunch of torpedoes, a bunch of gun hits, and yeah, this was just a fun overall game. Of course, shout out to the enemy team for being the red team this time and not the blue team. But also, I want you guys to pay attention to how many kills I miss at the end of this video. It's kind of funny.
No! He
Rilasciate
got
cortina
him.
fumogena. La nostra
Almost.
vittoria è vicina.
Almost the Kinnaberti Kraken. No, we just missed it. Tron, what's up, dude? Yeah, Tron, work-life balance is pretty good, man. I needed to figure it out, but... Weekend teams. This guy's about to cap. If exhaust smoke forward at spotting range, because bad detectability. They don't flood. Yeah, I think it has to do with damage impact. I don't know. I don't know. DD should have a penalty. They do. Shockwave. It's only 2.6. They do have penalty. It's just not that much. You think Smoke should be like RNG? PG had very bad games today, Abdullah. He started playing War Thunder. Yeah, dude, I can't, bro. He's following a lot of other streamers. Like, PG is grinding his ass off. And soon, I think he's just gonna, like... I don't think he's gonna play it as much anymore. Everybody I know, myself included, who've played this game religiously or consistently, it's just a burnout. There's not enough in it, and there's not enough return on investment. The player base is just so casual, and Wargaming, and they don't care. Not that they don't care, it's just, you know, they're... Yeah.
Sovralimentazione disattivata.
I seriously don't think this guy is going to, I don't think this guy's going to continue to sail in a straight line, but also he has 6-kilometer hydro, so I can't really risk it. And I also just wasted my torpedoes, so I can't... Yeah. We'll get going here in just a moment. And then we will YOLO this Massachusetts for our Kraken if... Hang on a minute! Hang on a minute! Wait a minute! The only time I put them on the line and this dude sails in a straight line. Oh, thank you. Oh no, he turns! Brother! Bro! Fuck me, man! Fuck me, dude! Darkwing, what's up, buddy? No justice here, I'm gonna be a pickle myself. I refuse to pay taxes to the regime. I'm gonna get hard. Dude, sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, it's my own fault. I didn't no, that's gonna get me detected.
And here, guys, is the absolute throw of a lifetime. I wanted to get these torpedoes off because the Massachusetts had a salvo ready, so we fire them, and I fat finger the second rack. He turned in. It was a good play from him, and we do connect 4 torpedoes, but with the low alpha strike, it was not enough for the dev strike, and more importantly, the kill. We get another beautiful SAP salvo into his superstructure, but of course, it is not going to do it as a teammate fires and gets the kill. I think I missed out on 3 kills at the end there, which would have been my Kraken, but it doesn't matter. That was a sick game. I don't think we get too much XP because, of course, it was capture the base, but 26-36 there with 4 kills and a high caliber in an Italian destroyer. So yeah, a lot of fun in that one. Like I said, these ships are just some of the, you know, the ships that I have some of the most fun in, despite maybe not being the most OP or strongest ships in the game. But there's our commander. I go over it briefly. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you hopefully tonight on stream, maybe whenever I drop this. But if not, I'll see you guys later.
I didn't know if he was going to kill me with that salvo. Hold on. That's